Hello, everyone. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience, where it goes down every day. And, well, it's a show about nothing. You know, I mean, advice hour is coming up next hour. I'm a woman of a certain age. So I lend my life experience or try to help out the best way I can with little snafus going off in your life. That's what Advice Hour is about. We do celebrity interviews. Today, during the Hour of Truth, that's always when the interviews are, generally. We've got Virgin recording artist Brooke Valentine coming in. She's got a song, Girl Fight, and Brooke's got a whole little interesting thing going on. So we'll pick her brain. We're going to talk about the celebrities, none in particular, all of them. We do them all from black, white, young, old, like that. And then, one more thing. During Advice Hour, I have the name of a place and a telephone number for custom jeans. I'm talking about the holes where you want them, the particular dye or lack thereof, where you can get them, and they do business worldwide from the telephone number that I'm going to give you, okay? All right, so you keep it here if you want some custom jeans and some great music and some gossip and some Brooke Valentine, okay? It is what it is. Welcome. It's the Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Hip, hip, hooray! I'm clapping for you guys. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to be back to work. It was a long weekend just because of all the rain and stuff. Most of New Jersey's under one big river. Why do people live so close to where disaster can strike like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're forthright with your agent, you can twist the conversation. Even the most, cloak and dagger sales agents, the realtors will come out of the closet and be honest with you. If you just talk real straight talk makes for straight answers. How many black people live in this town? What's the school system like? And pull up the stats on what percentage of the high school kids go to college. And the types of college they go to. Are they community colleges? No disrespect, but if you can do better, strive. How often does this river right across the street of my house? A beautiful view. One of the main reasons of buying this house is because the river is gorgeous. Look at the ducks. Honey, come here. Look at the geese. Oh, my, how wonderful. Wonderful. How often does this river rise? You know what I'm saying? No. Straight talk. You know what I mean? And then why do you stay? Like, why don't you just call your State Farm and cash out? Who can live with all those smells? Once your house is water damaged, I don't care. Even if you do get the money back and you're able to replace all your crap. The smells, the mildew. And now you get all the reports on the mold and the mildew getting into people's lungs and stuff and causing a snit. I remember there was a picture of Jennifer Aniston going around in she and Brad's garage. This is when he was off filming Troy, when everything was still good. There's a picture, one of the paparazzi was hiding outside of some type of bush, I guess, from their garage. A picture of Jen in the garage with like a Food Town bag and a scraper. She's bending down scraping. Mold. Mrs. Pitt is a woman of certain means. She doesn't have to do, well, the former miss. She doesn't have to do that. But she was like, then the story went on. She was all, and she was wondering what it was. So then they had the mold test done to the house. And it was like a disaster, their house. And just when she thought they got it all, because they hired a private company. Well, because she had to hold it down. Brad was away so much filming and apparently screwing. Then she realized that the last place that their mold was the place that the professional company never got. That was out in the garage. So there's Mrs. Pitt, and there's the photographer shooting. But you got to watch that mold. And after your house has, been flooded out like that, forget about it. Mold for days, honey. Everybody be coughing. Shout out to Bill DeFawcett. Bill is apparently he's run into my family up at Martha's Vineyard. And he says in parentheses, formerly of Martha's Vineyard. Anyway, he listens to the radio show, and he says that he wants me to call his radio program. Can I do that? Is that part of the rules? His radio program is based in Harlem, and he gives me the telephone number. He says, can I call him on Thursday morning, approximately 8:30? don't know, Bill. I mean, I'll save your telephone number and stuff. If I'm around I'm not going to make a promise, Bill. If I'm around the radio, around the telephone at that time, and it depends, I have to do a mood check. Because 8:30, that's when, I'm in the mix of, taking little Kev to school and stuff. So, a whole mood check thing. He says he wants to talk about the different color plastic bracelets that girls are wearing. Many of the listeners have children and grandchildren who are wearing them. And the adults are in the dark about what they mean. And he wants to talk to me on his radio program about my position on the male-female thing. He says, by listening to your problem-solving segment, I hear many males and females calling with many different problems, not just sexual crisis, but their jobs and their living situations. I don't know, Bill. Sounds like a big bore. I'm going to save your number. How about that? Here I am. And I promise you, I'm putting it in my bag right now, Bill. I need all the promotion I can get. I'll talk to you Friday morning at 8:30. I'm just trying to sound cool right now. I just came from my record label. They blew my head up. Shout out to everybody at Virgin Records. There's so many people who listen over there. The love was incredible. The love was incredible in the building. And, everybody's jazzed about the Wendy Williams Firestarter effort. I'm jazzed, too. I was already jazzed. But going over, to my record company and actually, sitting in Lionel's office, he's the king, and Leote escorted me around, she's the queen. And then, meeting everybody and stuff, the promotions people, they're talking about, oh, yes, we're going to,
do it up.
Yeah. I felt like Beyonce walking around that piece.
Well, you are.
No, but they made me, I wonder if they do that to all the artists. Gas your head up and everything. It was good. I believe the gas. I'm just glad I have a day job. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't imagine, putting all your eggs into the basket, walking around as a broke-ass artist, spend, the last 90 days in the studio trying to turn out and clearing samples and all like that. And then you get the big, all smiles, escort all around the place by the big dogs and stuff, only for your album to come out and nothing really happened. And then you're like, well, wait a minute. Because I got to tell you, after leaving that joint, I felt like going out and buying a Bentley.
Ooh.
But I won't. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I've learned.
Yes. Industry rule number 2080.
Record company people, hey. And shout out to you all, though. But you know what I'm saying? You all gave me the true gas. And it was only until I walked back here into my radio studio that I realized exactly what I'm good for. At the end of the day, all I'm good for is this. If I could do anything else, sell books, sell clothes, sell music, that's great. That's my side hustle. Okay? Right up here in the studio. This is where I be getting it on. But I am excited about the Firestarter coming out. I saw the treatment for my album cover and stuff. There was a lot of big talk. I felt like Whitney Houston, fresh out of rehab or whatever, just like, wow. I was taking pictures with people listening, junk. Sergio, hey.
You're probably label's biggest star.
Oh, well. I saw a lot of Janets and Lennys. And a lot of, let's see, who else? I don't know. I got a strong label. Virgin Records. Shout out to you people. Thanks for giving a dopey DJ a deal. And a chance. I hope you all like the Firestarter compilation because I got to tell you, it's the heat. I got 10 or 15 heat-seeking missiles. Yeah, different artists on each track because it's not me singing and dancing and bojangling for you all. Come on now, I'm not the wannabe rapper DJ.
But it's your ear.
It's my ear. Listening along with Lionel, proven projects. I like that. Headhunter, he's all involved. Desperate Housewives last night was good. I like that. Let me get back to that. Let me get to the phone first. Hello. Hi.
Hey, Wendy.
How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to know about interning for your...
Okay, I can barely understand you. Are you laughing or are you crying?
I'm laughing.
Okay. Pull down the corners of your mouth just a bit. I'm having a difficult time understanding you.
No, what I said was I wanted to know about interning for the Wendy Williams Experience this summer.
Okay, you don't sound like a good candidate.
Why not?
There's too much foolishness going on over the phone. This is a serious business.
I I was surprised when you got on the phone with you so quickly, which is why I was laughing.
Are you high?
Excuse me?
All right, there'll be none of that up in here.
I'm not going to be crying.
Okay. So where are you calling from?
From Hampton, Virginia.
Okay, and so you what are you, from New York? Because you know this show is based out of New York City.
Of course, I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, so you'll be able to pay for your own train, of course, and come over every day, or the days that would be allotted.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your major there at Hampton?
Print journalism major.
Okay. How are your grades?
My grades are quite well, actually.
Do you do quite well?
Yep.
Well, what's your name?
Nyamka Clark.
Nyamka Clark. Okay, Nyamka, well, fax your resume to 866 Wendy Fax, okay?
Okay.
And a cover letter and your mission.
Okay.
What you want to get from the show.
Okay.
Thank you, Nyamka.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I just wanted to fax it, and you write that name down, Nyamka Clark, and when you see that come across the fax machine, Art, you throw that in the circular file. That was too silly. Am I wrong?
No, shut her down immediately.
There's too much going on. Too silly. They put Whitney Houston in a car with a cage to take her like a wild, boorish animal to rehab. Isn't that crazy? I mean, show the woman some dignity. Although, Whitney was probably getting a little scrappy as they threw her in the car. You remember how it happened? She was walking around the yard like an old lady. Her mom saw her from a distance and was like, Whitney, you got to do something immediately. They say, here's a spokesperson. I got this from the People magazine. They say, our policy states that officers issuing this type of order do not go in uniform and that they drive an unmarked car with a cage for the person's safety and privacy. Well, a curtain would be for privacy. A cage is not for Whitney's safety. That's for the driver's safety, because Whitney will tear somebody's head off trying to take her stash. Trying to throw her in. They want to make sure that there are no offender breaks. All right, you guys. Well, I'm glad to be here. I'll take some more phone calls, certainly. Coming up, we want to talk about Ashanti. All right, I got a little Ashanti thing to share with you all. And we'll get back to Desperate Housewives, too. 866-GET-WENDY.
Wendy, man.
So, Whitney, is there drug use at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney. You.
No, you're not talking to me. I'm a mother. Only my mother has privy to that information. You talk to your child about that. Don't ask me no questions like I'm a child. Don't ask me like I'm a child, because I'm not a child, Wendy.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Today, Dave is not here again. Now, what is this, a sick out?
Yeah.
I didn't get a phone call.
I didn't get one either. Did you, Trevor? You call me?
Okay.
Put that where? Back there.
Okay. Dave.
Oh.
Now, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to call somebody, me, and show up to work tomorrow. Nobody believes your wife fell down the steps or whatever else you're saying. Unfortunately, you're the one who put it out there that you kill your wife for $10 million. So therefore, we look at your whole situation like it's going to be deaded.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Darius McCray is calling up. Now, you know him. He thinks he's calling just to promote his new NBC drama Committed. Now, you remember Darius. He was on Family Matters. He played Eddie Winslow. So I'm sure you can think of at least one other thing to ask him about other than, so how is Everett committed now? Namely, that porn star co-star of his. And how about that little beatdown that we heard that he got served by way of Cockroach, because Cockroach couldn't borrow money because Eddie wouldn't let him to take care of Bobby Brown's kids. Oh, shut up.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Hey, everybody. Advice Hour is coming up at the top of the hour. And I take your snafus at toll-free 866-GET-WENDY or or you can fax at 866-WENDY-FAX. But I like to come prepared with a couple of things also. Now, today I got 3 things that I brought in to share with you during Advice Hour. The first thing is I wanted to talk a little bit about germs. This is such an obvious place where germs breed, but you might not even think about it, so I'm going to gross you out a bit, and then you'll think twice before ever doing this particular thing again. Also, I got a fax from the mother who faxed me on Friday concerning wanting to take her daughter to an audition, the 1-year-old daughter, remember, auditioning for a commercial? Okay, so they went over the weekend, so she faxed back to let me know what's going on. I'm going to share it with you. And then custom jeans. Haven't you just loved a particular pair of jeans, but the wash is like too light, or maybe the wash is too dark for you, or the holes are in the wrong place, or you don't want holes, maybe you just want the pockets a bit worn or something? I have a telephone number and the details of this place that makes custom jeans. And when I say custom, I mean custom. You even choose what color thread you want to be used, and they give you 4 different choices. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And listen, they take orders from anywhere in the world, not the United States, the world. We're fortunate enough to have them here in New York. So, maybe we can make a little class trip. All right, actually, I'm going over there later on this week. You know, if you care, you have your pen and paper down too. So we don't have to wait as long as everybody else. Say in New Orleans, if you'd like a pair of custom jeans, you have to call over the phone and stuff like that. I don't know how it all works, but I'm going to give you all the information because jeans are big and everybody's getting. Some people get great fits, some people don't. Dear Wendy, there is something to the kids wearing these color bracelet things, depending on what color. She says, 2 red ones mean that you give a professional. Okay, so 1 red one apparently doesn't do it for these kids. It's 2 red of these yellow, of these, those little plastic bracelets. 2 red ones means that you give professionals. Wow. And apparently, because you're broadcasting and advertising. Wow. 1 yellow one. Now, I would imagine this wouldn't be the Lance Armstrong one, because this 1 yellow one means you like 3rd input. Ooh. 2nd input for men. And this is not the Lance Armstrong yellow bracelet. Sheryl Crow would be beside herself at this point. So but 1 yellow one means you like 3rd input, and then 1 orange one means that you're bisexual. Oh, keep that in your notes. Half how you doing? An orange one means you're bisexual. And a blue one means that you're down for whatever. Hey. That's a toe is a toe. Okay, so now we've got our official color for the show. Yeah. A blue band means a toe is a toe. Down for whatever. Yeah. Let's make them. Let's go get some yarn. Okay. Some blue yarn, and we'll tie them like Kabbalah bracelets.
And do whatever.
And you know what? Everybody else, if you just start doing it, then that just means not only do you listen to the show, but you're down with a toe is a toe too. Well, I guess blue then cancels out 2 yellows. The yellow, because if you're down for whatever, then 3rd input is not a question. Okay. So you don't need yellow. And you don't need 2 reds for you give a professional, because 1 blue cancels out 2 reds. Rock, scissors, paper.
What happens if you wear all of them?
If you wear all of them, it means...
Damn.
Ow, wow. Shout out to Reggae Red who's listening. I am so disgusted today. Herein lies the problem of a Bigfoot monster. Uh-oh. So I leave the house today, and I'm wearing muckalucks, which wouldn't be bad except tonight's Faith's party. And it's like a private party. I'm not going in muckalucks. Right. Because I think it's at a place where there's a dramatic stairs that you go down, and everybody's and here I come. There's no snow outside. I'm simply wearing these for comfort. Look, they're turned over and everything.
Yeah, but you can wear anything though.
I normally show no shame. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not going to Faith is having a little cocktail party. This is Faith's party for her new CD, and I got an invitation and stuff. It's and I very rarely go to stuff like this. When I go out to a party, I'm working. There's a time that I'm expected to arrive by the promoter, who's my temporary employer of the night, and a time that I let the promoter know I'm going to leave. There's a certain bottle service that I like, and you let people know. But this Faith party is totally me. I want to go out and support Faith. Friend of the show for years. So I don't mind everything else that I have going on. I got to drive all the way home, and none of the interns, Art, from now on, can you put a requirement that somebody's got to have a damn license? Because I wouldn't mind giving somebody my keys and saying, go to the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe even Mrs. Lopez could have met them halfway. She doesn't drive in Manhattan. We've taken that ride before. Oh, she's a mess behind the wheel. I was late for an appearance. I said, Miss Lopez, come on, drive me. She has a stick shift. It's been years since I've driven one, so I just said, all right, well, you drive. I'm not going to mess up your car. Oh, she was a mess. Fortunately, we were just going to the Bronx. It was right over the George Washington Bridge, you know what I mean? I got to go home right after the show and get some stilettos and stuff. I'm not going to Faith's cocktail party in Muckalux. I'm so mad because you know what? I've allotted myself a little budget for emergency stuff just like this. Run out somebody and get me a pair of size 12s, up at the store. But who has them? You know what I mean? I wish I was a perfect size 8. I wish my feet just slid into any damn thing. Well, alas, I got to go home and get my big, already stretched to comfort shoes. Kanye West was doing a signing over the weekend, apparently, of something or another in Fresno, California, at an urban boutique, and they had to scuffle him out of the back door 45 minutes into his signing because a fight broke out at the signing of at this clothing store. The fight broke out. They locked the doors. The fight was breaking out. It was on between the patrons and the security guards. And there were about 1,000 fans out in the parking lot next door. Cops had to go over there. They were on ground. They were on foot. They were on helicopter, everything. And once security got it under control, the signing, of course, was shut down. But the after party popped off. And here's what one girl says who was there. She's 19. She says, everybody's chance to meet Kanye West was ruined. Do I have time to go to the telephone? No? Oh, damn. All right.
You got 1 minute.
All right. Well, that's not enough time. So shout out to Kanita. Kanita, I love Desperate Housewives last night also. Carlos's wife is making off, Eva Longoria. She's making off with the money. The mother died. The secret is kept. He'll never find out that she had an affair. And if my son ever kicked me, I would crack his skull and he'd turn up sometime in the next millennium. No, I don't get it. But anyway.
I saw it for the first time last night, and I like that show.
And Kanita doesn't like Susan in a new relationship. She says, bring back Mike. No. Let's fan out. Introduce some new people to Wisteria Lane. Come on, Kanita. Ugh, and on that first date, she did everything that you're not supposed to do on a first date. Every single thing. She was a mess. It was very funny. All right, well, I got more about Desperate Housewives and Ashanti, but Advice Hour is next. I'm going to the phones.
Wendy, man.
Now, my question is about the Kegel. Why is it every time I try to do them, I have an orgasm? Is that normal?
I don't know, but it must be pleasurable.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm.